Broadcasting from the beautiful Great Lakes state of Michigan, I'm Tom Bartholomew, your host of the Michigan Contractor Show. And I worked in the construction industry for over 25 years. I started on a job site when I was 14, working for my dad on a vinyl siding job. Now I spend all my time running a digital marketing agency where I help contractors and companies in the skilled trade promote their business and reach customers in ways they never thought possible. Again, my name is Tom, and let's get to today's guest. I got a great guest for you today, representing Rainbow Seamless Systems that offers premium seamless gutters and unparalleled installation service, serving Traverse City, Petoskey, Gaylord, Sheboygan, and surrounding communities. Today I have with me Billy Wood. Thanks for joining us today, Billy.
Thank you, Tom. Glad to be here.
Yeah. So tell us about Rainbow Seamless Systems and your seamless gutters. What is a seamless gutter?
Okay, well, let's dive right in on a little company history. Rainbow Seamless started back in 1987, so we've been around 33 years now. Started by two brothers, Matt and Mike. Matt's down here in Traverse City, and Mike's down here in Traverse City. Matt's up in Petoskey. So we have two offices. And then we just offer, a lot of different gutter solutions, 5-inch K-style, 6-inch K-styles. It's all seamless. We do half round in aluminum, galvalume, and copper. 5-inch K-style can be in copper as well. A lot of different materials we can do that. And then just the array of products we have, we have the rain gutter, but we also do gutter helmet is our gutter cover. It's exclusive to our company. We've been using that since the beginning. So for 33 years, we've been using this same product. We have some micro screen and some other screen and cover products, but we also do underdecking, which is a way to channel water under a deck so you can reclaim that space. We also have heat tape that will go in the gutter. We do a one-day bathroom remodel through Bath Wraps, which is just tub and shower area. So we'll do tub and shower conversions, walk-in showers, replacement tubs, things like that. And we also do awnings, Sonesta awnings. They're retractable awnings, motorized. We do drop shades and stuff like that. There's a whole line of products in that area. But as far as gutter goes, what kind of sets us apart from the competition is our snap lock system, which is also exclusive to Rainbow in this area. So when you're doing a normal gutter installation, what you'll see, and we still use this product, this is what they call a hidden hanger. However, we use a little more burly hidden hanger than other companies. We just want it to stay put and stay up there. This product actually goes in the gutter, so it hooks in. You can see this would be the gutter, hooks in, goes, we put it every 18 to 23 inches, and then it screws through the gutter and into the fascia. That's kind of industry standard, has been since about 2001 when we got away from spike and ferrule, which was, an antiquated system. So we went to this. It looks a little better, hangs on a little better. But with the hidden hanger, you still have holes in the gutter. There's holes screwed through the gutter. So what we've gone to, or are trying to go to exclusively, is a snap lock system. So this is an aluminum truss that goes up under your drip edge, and it screws in back behind. So when you put the gutter into this, you can see it snaps right on there. That's why we call it snap lock. There we go. So what that means is there's no holes in the gutter at all. There's no way that you're going to get any kind of fascia rot or anything like that. And then because it's on this truss, it allows it to expand and contract without pulling on any of the hangers. So you don't have hangers backing out on you or anything like that. It also has an air gap in here. This gives the gutter a straight look, and it also makes it so that there's an air gap so any condensation can evaporate and everything like that. It's just another way to protect from fascia rot and screws pulling out or anything like that. And then our premier gutter cover that I was telling you about is gutter helmet. So this is gutter helmet right here. There's a little gap in here. Water comes down, just works off surface tension. It's the simplest, physics concept in the world. Some people call it liquid adhesion or something like that if you want to get fancy, but this will take up to 22 inches of water an hour. That's why this is better than a lot of screen products, because it's the most high volume product on the market. And then this also has an aspect, if you can kind of see right here, it's a little difficult to see it, but that's a heat tape that we can also put through the gutter and into down the downspouts and through the gutter helmet. So if you're having problems with ice dams, like we probably are this time of year, we just got all that snow and ice coming up, you can eliminate that. Now it's a pretty heavy duty system. It's runs off 220. It's 8 watts per foot. So it's going to take care of any ice damming problems. It also needs to be hardwired into the home, on a 30 amp fuse. And then it will, it has a control box as well that has a high-low shutoff. That kind of helps you keep it running in the operating range, which is anywhere from 32 to 15 degrees. So you're not wasting energy if the temperature rises or if the temperature gets too low. It's just a great product for getting rid of ice dams, and it also helps eliminate icicles and dripping. You get the drip coming down off a gutter. You're not helping anything. Especially a lot of people will put it in front of the garage or walkways to keep that area clear, so you're not falling on your butt when you walk out.
Wow, that you just gave us a whole lot of information about Rainbow Seamless Systems. That's great. I love it. I do have a couple questions about some of that stuff.
Okay.
For when you were talking about, so your snap in, I love that snap in for your gutters, the hangers. Mm-hmm. And you just kind of touched on it for just a second, but I think it's so important to let people know about that there's that goes underneath the drip edge, which is right below the shingles there. And yep. So you're creating you're adding right into that waterproof system, and you don't have any holes in the gutter itself. So there's no way for that rain to go in there. Wow, that's just amazing. Any yep. gutter I ever installed, I put it right through the gutter, just like you said,
yep.
in a hole. What a great system. So I think that's great.
With that truss system, it has a little kick out on it too. So it actually directs water into the gutter so it can't wrap around. Sometimes when you get drip edge, you'll get water that will wrap around that and go behind the gutter or, get into the holes in the fascia. And that's not great. You're going to get rot over time, and you don't want your house rotting.
No, that is for sure. And I've seen that a lot of times with other style gutter hangers, because the water is going to get in there somehow. So you just kind of eliminated that with that new snap-in system. That's great. You were also go ahead.
I'm sorry, and it holds snow load a little better too. It's a stronger system. So up here in the north we get a lot of snow. You don't want gutters getting ripped off, so that'll hold the snow load a little better and keep them on.
Yeah, that's great. And you're right. Snow is heavy, and we just got like 2 foot of it recently. So I'm sure your gutters are yeah, not enough. Never enough. Never enough up here in northern Michigan. That's for sure.
Right.
So you were also talking about, let's talk about the snow a little bit. You were also talking about your heat tape and icicles. Like everything was good until recently, and we got the snow, and all of a sudden I got some icicles on the front of my house. So you're saying that heat tape would help eliminate. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, because it runs through the gutter. It's so you can get it so that it just runs through the gutter. You don't have to have gutter helmet to get this. But what it does is, because it runs through the gutter, it keeps everything flowing. So what will happen is ice and snow will build up in the gutter and kind of get to the point where it overflows it. You get some melt, and then you're going to get icicles coming down, and you're going to get ice in your walkways and areas like that. So you put that heat tape in there, and that eliminates it, and it will keep everything flowing, because it does go down the downspout and everything like that. So it'll keep water flowing, out to the spout and keep your system going, so you don't have that buildup. It's also nice because you don't get all that heaviness in there as well. It just eliminates potential for it to rip off. We do have a lifetime warranty on materials and labor for everything we do. And that includes the one-time replacement if ice and snow takes it off. But, if that happens, we are gonna, we got to start talking about getting gutter helmet and getting heat in there to, keep that from happening again. I will say this though, we've been doing this for 33 years and we do not go out and replace gutter every year. So it stays put pretty good unless you've got some extreme situations with, expansion, contraction with ice and everything like that. But it's good to eliminate that slip risk is mainly what we're trying to do, which is why it's great around walkways and in front of garages and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think that's great. So you also were talking about when you were talking about that heat tape, that it has to be hardwired right into my house. How, as a consumer, I'm wondering, man, is that something I have to do, or do you guys provide that? Do you have an electrician on staff, or how does that work?
We do. We have an electrician that we've been using for a long time. His name's Dave. I wish I could remember the company he's through, but it's Bay Electric. It's Dave at Bay Electric. So they've been doing this, wiring it in for us for a while. It is an additional charge, to get him to wire it in, and he will give you an estimate and tell you how much it's going to cost. It's on a case by case basis, so I can't really give you an idea what his prices are, but we give you his number. We'll get in contact with him, let him know this is coming down the pike, and make it as easy on you to get it wired in as possible. And then if you have an electrician that you use and you like, they can do it as well, and we'll get them specs and walk them through the process if they have any issues with it. But it's pretty simple. You're fishing wires and running it to a breaker, so it's not a difficult process.
Okay, great. So it sounds like you said, you guys make it easy, whether the person has their own electrician or not. It can still get it installed. Now, is there a switch? I'm kind of forgetful. Is there? When it starts getting cold, do I just wait for ice buildup and then flip a switch, or how does that work?
You can, if you wanted to. We give you the option of having it hardwired into a switch where you have manual control. You go down and, I got ice, I'm going to flick that switch. But a better option is to get a control box, and the control box is basically, it works off of temperature. It's like a thermostat. So you can set the operating range. We usually recommend setting it for 34 degrees so that, when it gets down close to freezing, that'll kick on and start doing its thing. That would be the high kick on. And then because temperatures drop so low here, right now it was 9 degrees today when I woke up. That system isn't going to do anything except for waste electricity at that point. You don't have any melting, melt freeze. So it's really doing nothing. So, you can set it for around 10 to 15 degrees. So it'll shut itself off. And what that does is the control box, one, makes it so that you don't forget, or, people go to Florida and they want to just set that thing and it does its thing over the course of the winter. But that shutting off at that low saves a lot on electricity because that with 8 watts per foot being a 240, that's going to draw a lot. You're going to notice it on your electric bill. So it's good to have any kind of method to save on electricity as possible. But even though it's adding to your electric bill, you are getting the security that you're not going to walk out of your house and slip and fall, which nobody wants to do that.
No, that is correct. That's good. I would definitely have to get the automatic setting because I would forget. I'd be like, why? How come that heat tape isn't working? I'd probably call you guys and you would tell me to turn it on. So I think that's a good thing is they have the automated system. Now, that's your main thing, and obviously that's kind of how you guys started, it seems like. Now you offer other services. You talked about some awnings. Tell me more about your awnings that you guys do.
So we do Sonesta awnings. They're a company out of Florida. They're made there, which that's where they get tested and winds and everything like that. And we'll talk about that in a second with the wind sensors. But basically, if you have a deck area that you want to sit down on, but it gets hot out there, you want to have a retractable awning. We can go out and measure it up, and you can get different widths and projections Um, a myriad of different colors. There's a lot of different colors that you can get, but with that, it's motorized. You can get one that's hand crank if that's what you want to do, but it being motorized, you just, hit a remote, it goes out. And then I kind of alluded to the testing. It has a motion, or what we call a wind sensor on it. So say you leave it out, you take off, you're running out and it gets windy. That will kick that, when it starts moving and the wind's moving it, it'll retract itself. So it'll bring itself back in. Pardon me. It comes in 3 different styles. So there's a Sinesta, which is the most heavy duty one. The frame's nice and heavy duty. So if you're in a high wind area, like people on the bay or on any kind of water, probably going to want the stronger one. It comes in a Sunlight as well, which is that's the least heavy duty one. So if you're inland, you're not worried too much about wind. That one will do it, and it'll still produce the shade. And then the Sunshade's kind of middle of the road. They all have a couple of different bells and whistles as far as, tilt, you can tilt them. So if, the sun's coming down, you can also have a shade that drops down in the front, different cases to protect it in the winter. Cause obviously, you want it protected through the winter. It has a 360 case that is the best protection because it lines everything in, and, you might have the valance sticking out, but that's going to protect it the best. And it has a lifetime warranty on the frame, 15-year warranty on the material. The actual acrylic is what the material is that they use for the shade, and then it has a 5-year warranty on the motor. And it's a good product. It'll let you sit out comfortably in the thing. And we have other aspects where, like, say you have a porch that you want to turn into a screened-in porch. Instead of just using screen, we have drop shades and stuff. So you can have a porch where shades drop down and enclose it. And then when you want it open, you can open it back up. So a lot of different products in that line that keep the sun off you. We're just trying to keep the rain and the sun off you.
Yeah, it sounds great. I know that when I was talking to my wife about this episode, talking to you, she said, we could use one of those awnings out back.
She's right. Kelly's a smart girl.
Yes. Yes, she is. That is for sure, especially if she's listening, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's great. I love the fact that they're automatic. I know up here in northern Michigan, the wind can get whipping. I'm just a few miles from Lake Michigan, and I know I got a little valley behind my house, and man, the wind just blows. So you're saying that with the crank out option, I'm guessing, doesn't have that auto in feature. It's got to be the electric one, right?
Right. It's got to be motorized to have that feature. The hand crank, like I said, it's an option if you want to, if you're trying to be on a budget, because the motor obviously costs a little more. But the hand crank is basically a power fail backup. So if your power fails in your house, say you have an outage and the wind's coming up, you can crank that back in. But typically, it trips that wind sensor. And there's videos online of them testing this thing. I mean, it'll take a lot of wind. It's a sturdy product, but yeah, you don't really want to leave it flapping out there in the wind. So it's nice to have it retract itself.
Yeah, I like that fact. Again, I would just forget. I'd be sitting out there, okay, I'm going to go do something, and forget to put it in probably, and the wind could pick up, and that would be a great feature. I could see that.
Yeah, and it's nice. You can be, I think I'm going to go outside. You have a remote for it. So boom, you hit the remote, walk out, there it is, all set up for you. You can add LED lights to it too, which is a cool little aspect if you're sitting out at night and it's raining and you just want to kind of party under the awning. The awning,
yeah. Oh, that sounds like a great addition to anyone's porch or their house or anything like that. I think that's great.
Yep.
So we talked about a few of those things. I know you mentioned something about a bathroom or a shower remodel that you guys do. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah. So what we noticed is a lot of people that want to redo their shower, but they don't want to. A lot of people are trying to move away from tile. Tile's nice, but you have to regrout it, reseal it. You have to take care of it, or else water's going to get in there and start breaking that stuff up. So what we use is an acrylic. It'd be an acrylic base, so an acrylic shower base or an acrylic tub, and that goes in to replace the tub. And then we have walls that go around that, which are also acrylic. Tons of different options with colors and textures. So you can have it look like, if you want it to look like herringbone, we have a texture for that, but it's still all acrylic. So you're not resealing anything, you're not regrouting. And because it's acrylic and non-porous, it makes it easy to clean, even if it has a texture to it. Because you can do a random stone, you could do a subway tile, you could do a 12 by 12 tile looking thing. Actually, I think it's 8 by 10 more specifically, but a lot of different colors. And what we do is say you've got a tub and you're getting older and you can't step over that tub anymore. We'll go in and make you a walk-in shower, put in grab bars. You can add a seat as an option. A couple of different types of acrylic we use too. There's what we call our signature series, and then there's a premium series, which it just offers a little different look. With the premium series, more high-end looking, so to speak, but the signature series looks great too. It's all acrylic, so non-porous, easy to clean is the main thing. And then we get it done. We go in from the time we show up in the morning, around 8 or 9 o'clock, it's done around 5 o'clock. So it's a 1-day tear out, reinstall process. It's nice because it's top-notch materials. I mean, it's made in America. The factory's right over in Chicago. Jacuzzi actually owns the company. They bought it some years back. And it's just nice that you're getting it done and you don't have to have contractors in your house for, well, let's be honest, weeks and months on end, potentially, to redo it.
Yeah, that's great. I think that the less time a company is in my house, the more I like that. So you're saying you guys don't do like bathroom remodels. You're not a remodeling company. You're doing a shower. So you're coming in,
yep.
You're taking a shower, which if somebody wants to replace or if they're older, they can get in and out, step in better. So that's what you're doing. You're coming in and you're doing it one time. You're not doing tile. You're not doing you got a system that you guys use. You got a product.
A system that goes in. It's the tub or shower base unit, and then walls come up around it. It's sealed using what we call our triple lock seal with our an Everset sealant that puts the walls on. And then the sealant is actually an antimicrobial non-porous sealant. So everything in there is non-porous. It's easy to clean. Lifetime warranty on materials and labor with that as well. And then the acrylic we use has what they call Silver Shield in it. Silver Shield is exclusive to Bath Wraps, which is the company that manufactures it. And that's silver ions that are embedded into the acrylic. What that does is you find it in operating rooms and stuff like that. Silver ions are an antimicrobial, so it's cleaner. And a lot of times say you put this in a rental unit. They're not going to take great care of it. You go in, you wipe this thing down, it's going to come back to where it was. And along those lines, the other thing we find a lot is we go in, when they build a house, typically what they did was they would put in the one-piece stall, a fiberglass stall. Fiberglass was great back then, but over time, they've come up with better materials, and fiberglass breaks down, it pits, it chips, it gets soft spots. And with the fact that we're using a solid base that will hold, 700 to 1,000 pounds per square inch, the seats we put install into the wall, again, 700 to 1,000 pounds per square inch, grab bars and everything like that. It just ends up being a much nicer looking bathroom. Typically gives you more room in there because the way those fiberglass units are, there's a lot of wasted space in there with the way they bump out and do things like that. And again, it's just a more modern looking material that's better. That's all there is to it. And, getting it done in a day, that's huge.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The quicker, the better. And it just sounds like a great product, saving space, antimicrobial, just all sorts of great features on that shower. You can even for old people if they need, or anybody that needs a step in, you can do that for them as well. Oh,
and there's a lot of customizability with, different shelves and brushed nickel, oil rub bronze, chrome fixtures and grab bars and things like that. It's just, there's a lot to it that I'd love and could talk about for a while, but it's more of a thing that's why we do in-home, presentations and show you all the options and everything like that. What I think also what we'd like to move into with this is, getting contractors to stop using that one piece unit. We can get it done in a day. Why would you, slap in some subpar system, have us come in, we knock out the bathroom, boom, it's done, and it looks better. And even with that, like anything with contracting, if you do kitchen and bath design or anything when you're building a home, you work with the person that does it. So we can go in, through the contractor, meet with the homeowner, get the idea of what they want as far as colors and everything like that, and then go in and knock it out instead of throwing in, kind of a janky looking one piece unit or just whatever inexpensive thing that, they might not want. So, and that's what we're looking to do, is try to get into more new builds and get these good quality units in right up front.
Awesome. I think that's great. So what you're saying is you also work with contractors, with the bathroom installations, with those shower installations, also with your gutters and all that stuff. If I'm a contractor, I can get a hold of you guys and you'll come in and I can source you to put in those gutters as well.
Exactly. Yep. And we love working with contractors. We have a lot of contractors that we deal with, and we also have we have special contractor pricing. So we're getting them a little better deal, trying to keep the costs down because we know how important that is. But you're also getting the top quality install and after service on anything. We're not going to leave anybody hanging. If there's some issue, we take care of it. We take care of our customers.
Well, that's always good to hear. You got to customers are key. You got to take care of them. You got to service those customers. Well, that sounds great. What if I wanted to install something myself? Is there anything that I could, like those hidden hangers? Those were on your system there. I wouldn't be able to do that because I don't have the machine to build the seamless. Do you guys do what? I'm a handyman. I want to do it myself. Do you got anything for somebody like myself?
As far as that goes, not really. It's going to be seamless. We install it. Some companies will do what they call a cut and drop, and they'll do measurements and come out and cut it. We don't like to do that, mainly because of the warranty. We want it installed properly. We want it done right. Handyman gets a hold of us and wants us to come out and do it, we'll do it. But when you're dealing with what you can get out of the big box stores, our materials are head and shoulders above what those are. It's a thicker material. It's just better. So the best thing to do is just let the pros do it. Let us come out and do the thing.
I think that's smart because you guys know all the tricks. You'll get it done, like you said, even with the bathroom, one day, in and out. Saves everybody the headache. No, I think that's great. That's great. What else would you like to let the people watching know about Rainbow Seamless Systems? Tell me about the communities that you serve. Where at?
We have a pretty wide area that we cover, and basically the area we cover is our gutter helmet territory. That's how we've defined our territory. So we'll go, say you take Cadillac, draw a line across the state at Cadillac. Cadillac's a good reference for, a lot of people know where that is. And then bring it all the way up into the UP. We go into the UP, not everywhere. We're not going to probably head all the way up to Houghton Hancock. We might, but I might, but because I love it up there. But just a big area that we cover. We do a lot of work in Interlochen, Glen Arbor, Traverse City, Petoskey, Indian River, Boyne Falls, and Bel Air. We head over to Bel Air, Alden, Rapid City all the time. We will head over to Grayling and Gaylord area, Roscommon, just a huge area that we cover.
Sounds like it.
We do work in. So
that's good. And you're able to do that because you have a couple offices as well. So you're not just in Traverse City, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So the Traverse City office, we handle anywhere from the Cadillac area. Our cutoff is usually right around Central Lake, Ellsworth area, and then we pass that off to the Petoskey office, and they'll take care of the rest of that, northern Michigan and into the UP.
Awesome. That's great. And we never even said what you do with the company. What is your role with Rainbow Seamless Systems, Billy?
I do sales, so I and estimating. So I go out, I measure everything up for the gutters, lay out the product, get a good plan for the drawing and layout of it, because we're solving water problems. So, you got to lay that out and work it out. And then for the bathroom, same thing, come in, present, physical samples, because it's nice to be able to see what you're getting, and, work with the customer to design a bathroom that's beautiful. And, with the awnings, we go in, like I said, there's so many different colors and options. We lay that all out, and I just, customer service, get in there and help them get the best possible product they can.
Awesome. So when they get started, they're going to see your smiling face. You're going to go and visit them, take the measurements, explain all the stuff you did here, except in more detail, I'm sure, with some handouts and stuff. No, that's great. What else would you like us to know?
I don't think we touched on underdecking.
Oh, yes, the underdecking. You mentioned that earlier. Tell me about the underdecking.
The underdecking is a way to keep water. So say you've got a raised deck and you have an area under there, you'd like to use it maybe for storage. Maybe you want to sit out there when it's raining or whatever, but you're still going to get water that drips down through most decks. So underdecking is an aluminum product. It channels water from the deck out to a gutter. So it works on a truss system and goes underneath the deck. Like I said, runs out into a gutter system. And what that does is it allows you to reclaim that space. So you can use it for storage without, things getting wet under there. You can use it for recreation and things like that. Because under the deck is, sometimes a wasted space. And, the product also finishes it out. So it gives it a nice finished look. There's a lot of different colors, anywhere from solid colors like white and pearl gray. And then you get into like some wood finish looking type colors, cherry wood and so on and so forth. So you can really make that look buttoned up and nice under there, instead of looking at some, moldy old boards or whatever that, typically is what you see when you're looking under a deck.
Yes, that is true. And usually I think of underneath a deck as all dirty and dingy because the water drips through it. And yeah, right. So that would help a lot. And I think when I think of under decks too, I think about all the spiders, right? So this would even help kind of eliminate places for them to hide, wouldn't it?
Yeah, or if they're still hiding in there, you're not going to see them. And if it rains, they're going to get wet. They're going to get run. But
you won't. They will, but you won't.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
sight out of mind.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah, I think that would be a great product, especially like you said, with a raised deck. You can get underneath there, enjoy it, storage, whatever you need.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah, and then the product we use for that is called Inside Out underdecking. So if anybody wanted to look into that, we do a lot of work with contractors for that as well. Work with apartment complexes and stuff like that. So because you have 3 stories, well, the person on the first and second floor are getting dripped on, and they don't like that. So you throw some underdecking on those 2 levels, put an awning on the top, boom, you got the whole thing covered.
Oh, that's great. I can really see how that would be beneficial to the person on the bottom floor.
Yep.
Awesome. Anything else you want to tell us?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything we do. Like I said, I did touch on half round a little bit. So I'll probably go over that real quick. Half round gutter is typically, it can be a 5 or 6 inch gutter. This is a piece of Galvalume 1/2 inch gutter. The application for this is it's function, but it's also fashion. It looks real nice. It's kind of an old timey. So if you got like a cottage or something like that has an older feel. And then the bracket system is like this. So the bracket system, this is kind of a plain hanger that I have here, but there's a ton of different brackets for this. So you can make it an architectural feature if you want. The only reason I say that is sometimes people don't like the crown molding look of the 5-inch K style, we call it. So there's design feature options with that, and it comes in a bunch of different colors, and you can get it in copper, which is super nice. 5-inch K style will come in copper too, but usually when you're doing copper, it's typically a half round thing you're doing. And that's seamless as well. We have a machine that extrudes that and runs it right out. I mean, that's the main point. Everything we do is seamless. You're not, getting, anytime you have a seam, you're getting a potential for a leak. So we're eliminating that as much as possible.
Yes, because water will find its way in if there's a hole. Even if it's uphill, It will.
Man, I tell you what, when I can find a way to run water uphill, I'm going to solve a lot of problems I run into during the day. But that's $1 billion idea that I haven't come up with yet.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let me know. Hey, when you come up with it, you can come back on the show and tell us about it.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's some great information you gave us. I learned a whole bunch of stuff about awnings and underdecking and even just the seamless gutters and the gutter helmets over top and all that. Where could they find you? I know rainbowseamless.com is a website. How can I get a hold of you?
You could email me at billy@rainbowseamless.com or call me on my business number. It's 231-620-6570. And then
I'll put that in the show notes for you, and you can get a hold of Billy, and he will help you out with your gutter system. He'll help you out with your underdecking, your one-day shower installs, all that great stuff. And yeah, great. Thanks for being on the show today, Billy. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for joining us today, and I look forward to speaking with you, seeing you guys next time. Thanks again, Billy.
Thanks, Tom.
If you enjoyed this episode with Rainbow Seamless Systems and Billy Wood, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell so that way you're notified every time a new episode comes out. That'll be every Tuesday. We interview someone in the skilled trade or someone that serves the skilled trade. And if you would like to sign up for this show, go ahead and go over to MichiganContractorShow.com. There's a form you can fill out, and we'll see if you're a good fit. Thanks again, and we'll see you next Tuesday.